What's going on, guys? Hope we're having a great morning this morning. I know I am. Hope you are. Hope we got a busy week going on. I know we're fighting the pollen here in North Carolina. Supposed to get some rain yesterday and none ever came. So we got just these clouds of just pollen flying all over the place. But hey, what I want to talk to you today about is, what is your why? Why are you in the junk removal business? Or why are you in any service business? Or why do you do what you do? And if you listen to some motivational speakers and you read some of these books, they talk about choose a job that you would do for a decade, for 10 years, and you would be fine doing it and you would continue doing it even if you never made a dime. That's a bunch of bullshit. That is a bunch of BS right there to the 10th degree. It's crap. That's crap. There is no way that you're going to do the same thing for 10 years, all the time, every day, all day, and not take a dime for it. It's crap. Money is a huge... money is the reason most business people, and I would say almost all business people, get in business. Now, if your why is just to accumulate wealth, and you don't have things that you want to do with that wealth or other reasons other than just money to get in business, then you're not going to be as successful. You might acquire wealth. I'd say you acquire less wealth but I think it would be a lot less than if you had other motivating reasons. And you're going to waste it. You're going to spend it on things that you don't need, that for temporary happiness or whatever. But junk removal, I'd venture to say that none of us that got into the junk removal business growing up was sitting there saying, I want to be a trash man. My lifelong ambition is to be a garbage man. That's what I want to do, man. I want to pick up other people's crap. I seriously doubt anybody. There's no way anybody thought that they wanted to be a garbage man. And being a garbage man is a good thing. That is an honorable position, but that's not anything anybody dreamed of. And if you're going to go in business for yourself, I'm going to say, you need to figure out what your why is. And it could just be you want to be a respected member of your society. That was one of my ambitions, starting Junk Doctors, is I wanted to be able to go be around any person from the low class to high class, and I wanted to be respected. It takes a while in junk removal to get to that point. That was an ambition of mine. I want to be able to take care of my family. I bet you want to be able to take care of your family, and make sure your kids can go to the school you want them to go to and get a good education. Make sure your wife, you can take care of her and get her the things she might want to get, and that you and her have the freedom to go where you want to go and see what you want to see. That's an ambition, and that requires money. And I don't necessarily think it has to be with junk removal. I don't know if it has to be this really just extremely pie in the sky, like in the clouds goal, but you need to have other motivations just than accumulate wealth. It could be, it even could be just there's some cars you want to acquire. You could be into cars and you want to acquire cars. So don't feel like when you hear these motivational guys that you have to have, that you want to create, you want to lead the world peace, or you want to be extreme environmentally conscious and keep the landfills from filling up. There's only so much that junk removal companies can do about keeping stuff out of the landfill. We are just a little pea in the amount of stuff that a junk removal company puts in the landfill is just, it's just like you can't even hardly measure it in fractions. It's so small compared to what garbage companies and waste management and stuff like that put out in the waste environment. There's very little way you're going to have any measurable impact on landfills. That's just the way it is. So you don't have to have this really lofty goal. Don't feel bad for wanting money. You can do a lot with money. Who's going to do? All right. So I've got some a couple friends, and they volunteer at the church. They go on all these mission trips, and they take weeks of their time to go on these mission trips, and I applaud them for it. That's great. They asked me about going on a mission trip, and where can I do more good? If I go off for weeks at a time, my business isn't going to grow as much. That's money I'm missing out on. That's money that that I could donate that I'd be unable to donate. And who's really going to do more good? the guy who is taking a couple weeks out of his time to go swing a hammer and help construct a house, or educate people on Christianity and you know, provide food and stuff like that in villages, or the guy who works his butt off and accumulate and uses it where, you know, focuses his time on his business and accumulates quite a bit of money, and then is able to write a check for $100,000 or $200,000. Who's doing more good at that point? The guy that's writing the check for $100,000, or the guy that's volunteering a couple weeks of his time to go swing a hammer and help build a house? That's you know, I want to make sure everybody is aware. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're a bad person because you want to accumulate money, but you need to have a goal behind that. Junk Removal Authority, I'll tell you some of my motivations with Junk Removal Authority. One is money. There's great money in it. You know, there's some good margins in the services we put out there. The business package has good margins. The CAM, you know, the CAM is marked up where it's good margins. So there is a great potential to make a lot of money there. But the only way that I'm going to sell those services, the only way that business is going to be able to be successful and continue to be successful, is if the amount of money people are paying JRA is much less than the benefit we provide them. So we have to create just a huge amount of good, and we have to provide a huge benefit to all of these companies we work with. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to make this business a success and earn money. So, and we have to protect our reputation. For example, we're working with a company right now. Some of the CAM it's going okay, but it hasn't gone great. And you know, if we need to this next month, you know, we're going to just kind of cover a lot of the costs. You to be a huge discount on the CAM services. We're going to do what we need to do. We're going to put a lot more time in it than what we're getting paid for. Whatever we need to do to make that a success, we're going to make a success. Our reputation's on the line, so we're going to make sure that he is successful in his market. And that's what you need to do. You need to make sure you know your reputation's on the line, so you need to make sure you provide really good work with the junk removal business. So if you'll lose money on certain jobs, you can lose a decent amount of money on certain jobs, but always protect that reputation. Also, you know, I'd love just to be able to look all around the country and see businesses that we've touched, and see business owners that we've allowed to achieve a level of success beyond what they ever thought they could reach. It'll help them achieve a level of freedom beyond what they ever thought they could achieve. And it starts with changing your thinking. So determine your why, and then start thinking much bigger picture. You've got to get off the truck. You have got to get off the truck. And you've got to invest money. When you're making money, don't just save money. Don't just save money to save money. Don't just build it up in an account. Have that money, treat that money as an investment. As soon as you accumulate enough money, invest in your business. Invest in another truck. Invest in hiring more people. Invest in marketing. Invest in training and consulting. You know, and yeah, part of that is with JRA. But that right there will up your game to a level where it ups your knowledge, and it allows you to reach more people with your business. Costs money up front, guys. You got to spend money to make money. You know, those of you that are just out there, you're thinking small, you're on the truck, and you're just stacking, you're just keeping that cash, because you can make good money on the truck. You can make damn good money just working on the truck. But you ain't going to achieve freedom. You're not going to build a business you can sell. You're not going to be able to take care of your family as good as I can take care of my family. You know, if you're out there on the truck all the time, you can make good money, but you're never gonna make just fantastic money. And that means, yeah, you're gonna make less money short term. You know, if you go off and let's keep it with junk removal. Let's keep it with the Junk Removal Authority. If you go off and you pay us $3,000 for CAM, you know, it's going to be a little while. You're probably going to make. Might be a month or two that while you're spending that money, you might make less money than you're currently making. You know, if you've been in business a long time, if you've been in business 7 or 8 years, or even 4 or 5 years, you're probably going to have a little bit of a downturn right there when you first start with CAM. But the long-term benefits are huge. Getting off the truck is a huge short-term reduction in income. But it normally is very short term, because normally you start being able to get those same day appointments you were missing out on. And those same day appointments, they start referring business, referring customers, their friends and their family back to you. And then that every customer you touch, that's another job later. That's another 10 jobs later on down the line over the next 8 or 10 years. So over 50% of our business now with Junk Doctors is repeat business. And then about 15% of our business is referral business. And if we couldn't get to people same day, 20% of our business is same day. 20% of our business is people that have got to go same day. And if you're missing out on those customers, then you're missing out on that repeat business. You're missing out on that referral business. Invest in hire people. Get off the truck. Get off the truck. Get other people that you can pay $13, $12, $11, $12, $15 an hour, depending on your market. Get them on the truck. Get them doing the jobs and bringing you in the money. You get out. You run a business, and you pick up the phone and you go to networking events and you get more business to help support those people you've hired. And then you get a manager other than yourself. Get somebody in there that can run that business, or a supervisor. It doesn't have to be a full manager, but get somebody that can run the business so you can get out of town. So you can take your family, go on vacation, not have to really worry too much about your business. You're always going to worry some, but know that your business is in good hands, and have freedom, and get to the point where you can make your schedule. You can go in when you want to go in. Guys, when you're on the truck, you got to get in there at 6:30 or 7. You got to be in there first thing in the morning. You got to be working till 8 o'clock at night. I'm not saying you're going to be working any less by getting off the truck, but you can make your schedule work for you. Especially once you have that supervisor position. There's going to be a few days a week. You can go in at 9:30 or 10. Hell, I get into the office at 10 o'clock every morning. I get in the office at 10 o'clock. I go out to breakfast with my wife in the morning. I get my workout in every morning. I'm hitting the gym. I'm getting my workout in. I do some reading in the morning. So I still wake up early, but I get my stuff done in the morning. That's when my wife is available. She works at night. And then what I'll do is when she gets home about 9 o'clock, and we spend a little time, watch a movie or whatever, and then she generally goes to bed by about 10:30 or 11, and I'm working. I work from about 11 to 1 in the morning. And then I go to sleep and do it all over again. I have made my schedule work for you, and that needs to be one of the things y'all go after. It starts with why, though. You do need to understand your why. Why is the reason you're in business. That's going to be your motivating factor. That's going to be the motivation for you to really work hard on the truck and then that's going to be your motivation once you've got the money. And you're never really going to feel like you fully have the money, but once you can survive, once you have enough money to survive hiring somebody, hire them. Once you have enough money to invest in your marketing with Cam, or just if you're not going to use JRA, be investing in something with your marketing to acquire more customers, and free up your time to call customers and be a salesman, get more business for yourself. Once you start taking those steps, you're going to reach a level of freedom in your life you never really imagined. You're going to achieve the entrepreneurial dream of freedom, and that's very hard to achieve. People in the service industry are very, very poor on ever achieving an actual entrepreneurial dream. A lot, some of them will have a successful business, but it's going to rely on them every single day from sun up to sundown. If the doors are open, they have to be there. Or if their business is open, they have to be there. Guys, that's not business ownership. That's like the worst job in the world. That's a terrible job. Figure out your why, work hard every day, and be willing to invest. Every extra penny you earn, be willing to invest in your business. Until your business is making so much money, bringing in so much money, or you're at a level where you'd like with that business, where you're free, then at that point you don't have to invest in your business as much. Start investing in real estate, mutual funds, whatever you want. Keep that money busy. Money in a savings account does nothing. It's a waste. It is an absolute waste to save money. Invest money. Every time you get money in, be investing in your business. Once you're done investing in your business because you're where you need to be, then start investing in other things. Keep that money busy. Keep that money making you money, and you'll achieve a level of success you never thought possible. This is the long episode of Trash Talk right here. This is getting on to the Junk Removal Made Simple length episode. But I hope everybody found some value. I know value in there, and I hope it helps you invest in your business and reach levels of success that you never thought possible. Always call the office at 919-466-9322. You can email me, lee@junkremovalauthority.com. And we'll probably have another. I didn't get a Trash Talk episode out yesterday, so we'll probably have one more coming up later this afternoon. Thanks, guys.